All right, all right. Welcome to Hidden Valor. I am well, that's Stoutamaire. I almost got the names flipped up, you know what I'm saying? Because the names are fake and it is what it is. But I go by Captain Colonel Roundtree, and in a minute I'm probably finna have to see if I gotta switch up my little view right here real quick. And I'm working on some things real quick. I got some vets supposed to be coming through to talk about, what we talk about. And let me pull this up real quick on my little desktop here. Uh, Captain, OG Sergeant Stoutamaire, you know what I'm saying, has something to do today. So he is unavailable to attend on the show, which is all good because we still keep it real for all our veterans out there, and he'll be back on the show for next week. Um, and I'm still building, trying to, because when you're dealing with the VA, it's a lot of red tape you got to go through. So when you talk about inviting employees or members or people that work with the VA, you just got to be careful, because certain things can and can't be talked about, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm this show, we're not here to bash, so you won't hear us sitting here trying to do any bashing the VA. All right. The VA got its problems and its issues, and hopefully it's figuring that out and working through it, But our job here on this show, this particular show, is it's just to put out available resources, hidden available resources that I do to veterans, hidden resources and benefits. And it sounds so simple, man, but with me going through my little journey over the past 16 years and trying to get help and all that kind of good stuff, it just it I don't know, it exposed me to a whole bunch of resources along the way that I never heard of prior to um getting into the kind of programs I got into. The specific program is called the Peak program. All right, I got my first bet up in here real quick, like bring them on, Mr. Judge Dredd, amazing Judge Dredd.
Hey, what's going on, brother man?
All right, you can hear me.
Yeah, I had forgot to bring my little Bluetooth speaker in, so I'm gonna go get my speaker so I can hear you a little better. But I hear you though.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, so this is a veteran right here, one of my veteran brothers right here, the amazing Judge Dredd, in civilian life. And but yeah, I want to bring him on, and he just getting into what I'm just talking about for the show. And I'm just gonna be sharing some resources for Tai Chi, yoga, Qigong, those specific exercises are available either at your local VA or they're available through virtual meetup groups, which serve the same purpose. The program, such as the Peak program, once you go and get enrolled in the Peak program, it they enroll you in all of these different programs. Tai Chi, like I do Tai Chi on Wednesdays. I was supposed to do Tai Chi yesterday, but I had an appointment. But it's Tai Chi and Qigong for a whole hour. You know what I'm saying? You get a whole hour just taking you out the box, you know what I'm saying, and giving you different techniques and moves and stuff that you can do on your own person. Now, I found this out talking to Judge Dredd. I didn't know people up until maybe 2 weeks ago now. I'm gonna say good 2 weeks ago, I just figured out about the travel pay. And when I told Judge Dredd, he was like, man, I've been doing that. But that's the whole point of this show. For vets that's been there and enjoying the benefits and been there and found out the resources, that's why I want to bring those type of vets onto the show, because these resources are gonna stay hidden until we start talking about them. And I can throw some stuff out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, matter of fact, Dre, do they even offer, do you know if they offer those programs at Bay Pines? Tai Chi, yoga?
I'm not sure. Like I said, I have to check into that. But I definitely understand what you're saying about the stuff, because like I said, they really don't think to volunteer that information to you. Like, a lot of the stuff I kind of found out by accident. So, you know, it's a good thing. Like I said, we're doing this and bringing this stuff out. And like I said, I just found out about the little Coast Guard base that's real close to.
I was trying to tell I was trying to tell Chef J about that, about the Coast Guard.
Anything out of the store, liquor, tobacco, whatever, clothes, whatever, tax free and at a heck of a discount. You know, so that's something you have to look into, see what's close to you. You know, MacDill, whatever base there is. You know, just look at it. They got resources that you got access to.
Right. Right. Yeah, that was another one though. That when you told me about the Coast, I ain't never heard. I ain't know they had their own little base. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know the Coast Guard had their own little base. I know that the Navy, you know, got their little post. I know the Army got their little post, but I didn't know the Coast Guard has you know what I'm saying, like a physical post that you can go to. So yep. That's
I ain't got the physical access, but I'll post that later on, and you can spread that around there.
Right. I'll do that. I'll definitely do that. And if y'all hear him calling me my pseudo name in Tampa, Florida, I go by DJ Smell So Good. So, you know, we wear many names, like we wear many hats, and here's Captain Colonel Roundtree, but it's just a pseudo name. You know what I'm saying? The names are fake, but the information is real. And there you go. You know what I'm saying? So don't get perturbed by the names. And oh my God, he's calling himself a Captain Colonel. Yeah, well, I mean, if it sounds right to you, then all right. For most veterans, they get a smile out of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's for, because it sounds oxymoronic to say that, Captain Colonel. But you know, for us trained vets, you know what I'm saying, it makes sense. I also did invite Chef J. Lewis through. I also invited Reverend Ike, Zulu Style of Movement Incorporated. I invited him to come through and also share a couple of tidbits. But like I was saying, with contacting people, so I did contact the people from the PEAT program directly. But they told me I'm gonna have to go through some red tape to talk to them, you know, to get them on the show so they can share some type of information. Because again, they don't want this information out. They can say what they want to say, but they don't want this information out. For those who get the information, get it. For those who don't. That's been the whole concept. And that's been because a lot of vets, you know what I'm saying, get into a position that they can sit up there and share this information, but they just don't. They get their disability checks and they good. They sit back, they straight now. They got their 50, 60, 70, 80, 100%. They good. But then it's still us vets that shit. That we still ain't good. We still trying to come up to the promised land, to the 100% lands, to find the resources to get our dental paid for, to get everything that was due to us that's hidden in plain sight though.
Hey, and let me say this here too, man. Remember I was talking about, I just went to refile, to try to get my disability, VA disability increase. I'm at 50% right now. And then it's kind of bad that it's just according to a lot of times who you deal with when you get to the office. Unfortunately, because the last guy I had working on case seemed to show me a lot of stuff, volunteering information that this new guy got just didn't seem to want to be very helpful. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I guess the other guy who was working on my case ended up retiring, and this new guy, like, it really appeared to me that I guess he was jealous because he didn't have a raise. And I'm like, well, man, that ain't got nothing to do with it. You're still supposed to do your job and try to help a veteran. So, like I said, you have to look out for
yeah, but because by you helping me, I might expose and open up a door that you didn't even know about.
Exactly.
And now you can take advantage of it. But when you walking around with hate, that's all that is. You walking around with self-hate. Because you ain't going through all the hoops that you see all these veterans steady coming before you, and they got all of these other things that they've done to get further than you, so-called. Even though you sitting there and you still have all the power. But you're using your power to deter veterans like us that, man, we don't know this game. We don't know nothing about this game. We know it's a game. And we know it's people out there that, you know, if you're watching the YouTube channels and stuff like that now within the last year or so, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of YouTube channels popping up that are giving vets, you know what I'm saying, assistance. But that's just because vets like me, you know what I'm saying, just got tired. And finally, you know what I'm saying, coming out and doing these shows and putting the information out there. But prior to that, yeah, I mean, it wasn't no love on the battlefield. No love on the battlefield. Like I say, that these vets and other veterans, and I talk to them on a daily basis. That's what makes me mad. When I talk to a veteran and I ask a veteran about some type of resource and they tell me like, oh man, you don't know how to get that? Man, you should have been getting that. Okay, but I through all the red tape, now how do I go and get that? I don't want to hear none of that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you shoulda, woulda, coulda. After all of that, how do I go and do I take advantage? Now I want to take advantage of it. I want to get into that circle.
That's what happened with me because I had no idea, and I just happened to see a brother veteran from my hometown, Bartow, Florida, and he was joking on Facebook talking about, oh, blah, blah, you know, I can walk off this job anytime, you know, I got 100%, you know, disability from the VA. I'm like, wow, that must be nice. He said, you're not getting none, Ken? You know, my government name, Kenneth. I said, no, man. He said, bro. I said, I filed, but they did not. He said, man, this is what you do. You go down there, you pull all your medical records and everything, and you handle that yourself. He said, go to either the Veterans or Foreign War or the DAV, you know, the Department of Disabled Veterans.
Right.
And I did that. And of course, yeah, it took me through a bunch, like you say, red tape. You know, you got to jump through the hoops. But, you know, and that's what happened to me the first time because they really try to make it so difficult to where you just give up like I did the first time.
Right.
I didn't have, you know, the resources to go back and forth for all those different appointments and stuff like that. So I had to try to feed myself at the time. But the second time when I did it, of course, I was working. I was like, hey, I got the resources to jump through all the hoops. Now, I'm not giving up this time. And that's what it takes. Sometimes you just have to be determined and just don't give up. Just keep going. That's the main thing.
I mean, that's the only thing. Never give up, people. You know what I'm saying? Stay dedicated to the cause. Cause why? Because it means everything to you. You know what I'm saying? It's your life, your livelihood. And who knows, you know, who knows who's controlling what. We ain't got nothing. We ain't got no time for that. We don't have time for who's the controller, who's the key holder and all of that. We want to get to the door. We knocking. So obviously we want to be let in. So open up the door and let us in. We ain't got time for the little window to open up and then you're asking us. We already did that in basic training. We already learned Morse codes and passcodes, secret codes and all of that. We don't need to be tested on that in our civilian life. We shouldn't have to go through that in our civilian life. We shouldn't have to lift up rocks boulders to find information that's stored underneath. And then when we lift the rock up to find the information, you turn around and say, oh, well, you was able to lift that rock up, so you must not be that disabled. Kicking the can down the road again. And kicking us again. And I'm speaking from personal experience. This show is personal. That's why I'm giving you my personal time for free, because this information needs to be getting, and it is dead serious. It's not no play. This is dead serious. There's a lot of veterans that done died because they didn't even have access to these resources that's putting right in front of their face that they fought for. And that's wrong for when I sit up there and I go to the VA and I hear somebody telling me they've been fighting against this organization that you fought for 20 years, 30 years. The top dude was 50 years, talking about he been fighting 50 years. Brother, look good. You know what I'm saying? But still, 50 years. And it's not just about the veteran people. That it's also survivor benefits and all that other kind of stuff that the veteran that we fought for, we can pass off to our families, you know what I'm saying? So they can get into a better situation after we gone. Or if we get into a messed up situation where we got to be hospitalized, they don't sit up there and have to come out of pocket, you know, and go broke trying to take care of us. But you got people out there that are doing just that, just by simply not opening their mouths and providing the information, just providing the avenue. Tell me to chat GPT it, like I tell a lot of y'all now. I know a lot of people gonna be hating that because I know these you know, people trying to sell programs and courses and all that. I'm not on that. You give me my disability money, I'll be good. I don't have to sell anything. You know what I'm saying? Give me what I've earned. Give me what I fought for. Give me what I sacrificed.
Any information that I find out that I can share with my fellow veterans, I'm not going to hold back, but I'm trying to just keep all the little benefits to myself. No. I'm trying to hook it up, like you say, where everybody can have access to everything I got. I'm not going to hide no information. And I'm going to keep looking for new stuff. You got to be looking to find stuff sometimes. Like I said, it's not going to volunteer to you. So you have to get up off of your butt sometimes and make the effort. Like Mr. Roundtree said, and turn over them rocks and hold them. You got to do your part too.
Got to do your part. Where is this? I got something. Hold on. This is one resource that I'm going to share that people can look into. And where is it? It's it's VA Sports. I think I'm just gonna look it up directly. This is what it is, VA Sports. I just had the dog on paper, but it's a link that links up all recreation sports. You remember what was it? Something welfare and recreation. I forgot the acronym for that program. Something AWR. Was it AWR? The program, it was a recreation program for us in the military. I forgot the name of the recreation program. It was something like that. It was a recreation program in the military that where, you know, we was able to go around and do activities and stuff, you know, underneath the veil of sports activities. This is a link, and I'm gonna find it, that you can go to, that we actually finna go to, and that's the place where you can sit up there and go fly fishing for free and go fishing for free. All that, they give you your fishing license for free. All this stuff. It's a whole packet of crap, man. I just had it. All right, if I don't find it there, I'm gonna have to share it next week. All right. Let me see if I can look it up real quick. Let's see if they got It's VA Sports. I don't think it's location. I don't think it's location. Okay, there we go. So on VA.gov, and this is crazy because VA.gov is a website is packed with so much information, but it's not out for you to find. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not. You can click on VA.gov and then type sports programs and it's going to pull up all of these hidden resources. It's not going to do that. But you can go to VA.gov and I always just say, just type it into the browser. So like when you go on to do your travel claims and you go to VA.gov and you can't find how to file for the travel vouchers, just type it into the browser, VA travel claims. And then it'll give you the direct link that goes straight to VA.gov so you can put in them travel claim vouchers. What y'all need to be, I'm telling you, this man right here tell you, put them travel vouchers in, them little $7, and I just got one for $7, a little check for $7. What the hell? Hey, it's money. I got another one, $38. That's money. It might only took you $10 to get to your appointment. They reimbursing you for it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, you got to take, but that's these are advantages, resources that we must take advantage of, people. It's a must. You know what I'm saying? We must take advantage. Let me share some of this link real quick. So they have, this is called, and I'm be hooking up with this program myself because I have a pain management program that I've put together and need to go ahead and implement. And it's called RC Warriors Racing for Recovery. So it's an RC racing rehab program for disabled or challenged or disabled veterans. I already got the program up. I just need to contact these people really and get on board with them. VA Adaptive Sports and Arts. So you can go to VA.gov or just type it in. And that's what you're looking for, adaptive sports and arts. So these programs, and they got a whole bunch of different programs that you can sit up here and click on, from snowboarding to, I mean, everything you can pretty much think about, you can find something to do. From golfing to sports clinics, wheelchairs. If you're in a wheelchair, you're wheelchair bound, you got one leg, you on you're a Paralympic participant, you know, they got everything for us, but it's just hidden in plain sight. It's called Adaptive Sports and Arts. They got a grant program that provides grant funding to organizations to increase and expand the quantity and quality of this. So I need to get on that. The training allowance. If you want to be a Paralympic athlete, you can contact the National Olympic team and they'll help you. You know what I'm saying? They provide a monthly assistance allowance for veterans with disabilities training in Paralympic sports.
Hey David, can I say one thing right quick, man? And
yeah.
I'm gonna have to sign on out. I got something else I gotta go take care of. But next time I go to the, I be doing my little scrap metal thing, and there's like a veteran post, man, right there, not too far from the place where I get scrap. And I went in there one time, but it's been a long time ago. And I was looking for access to something else. And I know they have a lot of different programs and different activities that they do with these different posts, and they got them, all around the place too. I know this one is close to me, so I'm gonna look into the type of activities that they offer. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be since I'm retired, I'm always looking for some other different stuff to do. And it's even better if it's a fellow veteran that I can do it.
But you just gave me a topic. for another show, hidden post.
Yeah. That's it.
Because I would love that if we can sit up here and you're going to find that post, because the post people is where it's at. The VFW, all these posts, like he said, they all within themselves are little private organizations with their own little private programs that are open to you.
Right.
I'm going to tell you, I've been wanting to get punked out because I didn't feel like the VFW applied to me. But I'm a veteran. I didn't have to fight in a foreign war. I gave my life to fight in any wars. So therefore, I'm privy to go to that, you know what I'm saying, to that post. And no, you don't have, I don't know, I can't speak for self, but I don't know if you have to sign up, you know what I'm saying, to participate. But again,
You sure you don't, man. You just come in there, but I'm gonna make sure I'll come back and keep that info.
right.
Yeah, I'm definitely like they have, like I said, you can go in there. They have like most of them have like kitchens. You can go in there and get you a nice discount dinner. You know, and they have. I think they one place they have like little food tournaments, you know, where they shoot pool and different activities. You know, and I just gotta get in there and see what's all going on. I will be back on the next show with that information.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. Again, any veterans out there, man, that would like to come on the show and share some information, people, that's what this show is all about. This ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm just the one that's pressing the go live button, you know what I'm saying? This show is all about veterans, real veterans, man. I will have some VA personnel coming up just to, you know what I'm saying, solidify the information and try to peek their heads and peek their brains, you know what I'm saying, and get that little information out, because sometimes we just don't ask the right questions, or sometimes we just don't ask questions. Nobody can't give you an answer to no question. So they got all the answers. They just gonna use that excuse. Well, they didn't ask me, so I just didn't tell them. And that's what we experiencing as vets. You know what I'm saying? The don't ask, don't tell. So if they don't ask, don't tell them. But if they ask, say it real quiet. You know what I'm saying? So the other veterans won't know. Tell them, but just say it real on the low so the other veterans won't know. They can have to find out on their own.
Hey, let me add one more thing before I get out of here, man. You know, this reminds me too of when, you know, I went through that trouble where I got in trouble with the law and lost my job and ended up losing my home, my boss. And the VA basically saved my life then, because I didn't know nothing about the domiciliary and all that stuff, but they got me off the street, put me in some programs, you know, helped me get back on my feet, you know, and the next thing I know, they put me on at what they call CWT at Haley Hospital, which is compensated work therapy. And, you know, a lot of stuff I never knew about, you know what I'm saying? So I have to put that out there too, that, you know, for veterans who struggling with stuff like that. There are things out there you just have to look into that can help you. You know, if you're going through homelessness or anything like that, you know, I just gotta put that out there real quick, man.
Compensated, what is it again? CWT?
Yep, compensated work therapy.
Okay, compensated work therapy. That's what y'all can go out there and look up. All this information, people, you need to ask your primary. I want to talk to your primary know. Your primary knows all, or your primary can sit up there and direct you to the appropriate channels. All your information and questions should go to your primary, because that's the kick down the can excuse that they always give you. Well, did you ask your primary? So we ain't even playing them games. Yeah, all the information I'm telling y'all, you go directly and ask your primary, what's CWT? How do I get into the program? And you're going to make them go and work. And then they need to, oh, I'll call you back. Right. I'm not jumping through hoops. We've already done our job. We shouldn't have to come back home and jump through hoops and valleys and all of that just to sit up here and get our benefits, resources, and help. We've already done our help. We've already done our job, people.
Hey, man, I hate to sign off right now, but I got something I got to go take care of. But I'll definitely see you on the next show.
Yeah, I got you, brother. I sure enough appreciate it. One time for the Amazing Judge Dredd, man. Yeah. fellow vets,
And
bro.
what?
You know what I'm saying? Come out
Yeah,
and
smells
doing.
so good.
Hey, don't forget this afternoon. I'll see you on the side.
You already know I will beat up me and Mr. Brutus.
It's going down. We're gonna have a good time. Matter of fact, let me.
All right, I'll see you later, man.
Okay, brother. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Let me see if I can play something for y'all real quick. This is just a little promo that I put together. As a matter of fact, this is our official little. I ain't gonna say little, but this is a little thing I put together for to advertise for our show. You know what I'm saying? Y'all check it out. Yeah, a little show opener. That's supposed to be the show opener. That's gonna be the show opener soon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just a little show opener, a little razzle dazzle, and then what else we got? That wasn't what I was trying to do. You know, that's still cool. You know, y'all get to see that. Okay, so this is just talking about what's going down this weekend. We got a little pop-up shop. I mean, not this weekend, for the day. It's a little pop-up shop going down for the Juneteenth for anybody. Well, not finna go there with the Juneteenth talk, but here's a little promo
Chef
for
J.
it.
Lewis just say he's bringing his BBQ to a dollar store? Okay, hear me out. This isn't just any dollar store situation. The Silver Dollar Store on 40th Street is about to become Tampa's hottest Juneteenth celebration spot. And I'm not even kidding. It's the second annual Juneteenth Cover the City pop-up market, sponsored by Black Loyalty and Cover the City Tampa. Celebrate freedom, culture, and community. Thursday, June 19th, 2025, beginning at 1 p.m. Come to the Silver Dollar, 813 4330 North 40th Street, Tampa, FL 33610. Admission is free for everyone. Small vendors fee for any interested vendors. Join us for a vibrant Juneteenth celebration featuring a free bounce house, free snow cones, and more. Local vendors, explore a diverse array of food, merchandise, brands, goods, and so much more. Artist wanted. We're talking a full pop-up shop experience. DJ Smell So Good from Wreckin' Da Game Entertainment will be spinning the hottest local music and beyond. And yes, Chef J. Lewis from One Love BBQ and Bistro will be serving up that fire. Juneteenth menu. Black is Beautiful salmon macaroni salad, $7. Freedom wings, lemon pepper / buffalo garlic, 8 for $10. Million Man loaded steak and shrimp fries, $15. Uncle John Lewis, chili sausage, $10 plus live performances from Dirty Game 800 and
Dirty Game 813. I don't know why this thing is
Jugang Phi Thank 4. Larger than life.
Yeah, I don't know why we got technical difficulties going on. Yeah, it's a little laggy. A little laggy, but y'all get the gist of it. Y'all get the point, and that's what's going down. So yeah, if y'all in Tampa, Florida, and you're looking for something to do today, come on down to the Silver Dollar right down on 40th Street, and yeah, starting at 1 o'clock. Gonna have a good time, man. Music, food, fun, all that kind of good stuff in between. And yeah, so I'm not finna drag it out to try to drag it out to an hour. I just want to turn y'all on to some programs out there. Tai Chi, yoga, mind body movement exercises. All you have to do is contact your primary care and tell them to email you You know what I'm saying? They're going to send it by direct message, or they can email it to you, or however. They can even put it in the mail and send you a packet of information of available resources. And I got so much crap around here, I just have to find my doggone uh, exit packet, because it wasn't the intro packet that the peak program gave me that had all the information. It was the exit packet. So when I graduated from the program, that packet of information, they gave me a packet of resources, and I shared some of it with 03 Sergeant Stoutamaire, and I think he got some of my links. So I need to hit him up, because I unintentionally, I meant to make a copy of it and then give it to him, but I think I gave him the whole packet with all the links that I needed to share. But it's all good, because either just our little, drum up shows, and then once we get everything rolling and streamlined, veterans know what time it is, know this is a place that they can come and share, because that's the big thing with us. You know what I'm saying? Is sharing. We just don't have nobody to share the information with too. Sometimes, we sold solo dolo. We just sold to ourselves, that there's just nobody around to bounce the information off on. So coming up next week, we're gonna get back into it again. I don't have my show schedule pulled up to tell you what was the topic for next week, but I already have it ready to roll. In the meantime, in the between time, I'll still be contacting some VA personnel to try to set them up for little interviews, so we can get them on the show, just to to hear it from the horse's mouth, to hear it directly. You know what I'm saying? And when we start talking, I guarantee that you will start. Oh, sorry about that, y'all. I have the wrong. I had the wrong overlay scrolling right now. Sorry about that. But those banners, that's supposed to be for Hidden Valor. I thought it said Hidden Valor. How the heck did it get on that? All right. I'm not sure how I got on that, but I had it changed. And make sure you follow the links right there. There you go. Okay, so like I was saying about getting the personnel on. So that's the next thing, is get the personnel lined up, get some interviews going on, and then we get it popping. So I got to get over to my little show today and get ready to make some community happiness. And excuse me, hopefully the weather holds up. And also, if you're looking for an investment show, some investment, information, not advice, but information. I do a show with another friend of mine out of Baltimore, Maryland. It's called the Bitcoin and Mo Show. It's a stock and crypto information show where we give out stock and crypto information, knowledge, terms, and all that kind of stuff to get you interested into trading. We do not give out financial advice, and we're not financial advisors, but we do, give you some information that you can use. So if you tune in, every Monday right now, the time schedules are kind of up and down. Because it was 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, but now my homeboy done got a job. So when you get a job, you have to be flexible with that. And that's what we do, just working with them. So if you're interested, just follow us on YouTube at BTCNMO or at Crypto Tony 1, both our YouTube channels. At BTCNMO, you can see all of the terminologies, all that kind of stuff. Plus, we got a book coming out, and I'll probably working on that a little bit later today. Trying to get some things out of the way. So that's it. That's all I got for today's show. We're gonna go ahead and end it. But this is the Hidden Valor Show. So again, we all about exposing hidden resources that are hidden in plain sight, people. It's not like they got them buried underneath the building or something. But they're hidden in plain sight. They're just not painted on the walls like some of us need it. They're not put in braille like some of us need it. They're not shouted out loud like some of us need it. And but you know, that's the purpose of this show. We gonna give you what you need. You got to shout it out. However means or methods that we have to do to get you the information, we're gonna make that happen. And it is what it is. So shouts out to Mr. 03 Sergeant Stoutamaire out there. Once again, thank you to the amazing Judge Dredd, fellow vet, for coming through and making it do what it do. And again, any vets out there that find this information pertinent and useful, well, make yourself pertinent and useful and come on the show and for free, you know what I'm saying? And just share your story. Your story. We all got the same story. It's just your story gonna have some more resources that I didn't know about. You know what I'm saying? His story gonna have some more resources I didn't know about. Her story gonna have more resources that we didn't know about. But if we all start collectively coming together, we can start putting this puzzle, you know what I'm saying, together. And we can start solving some problems and some issues. And what was done in the dark, you know, will always come to the light. So that's all I can say about that. What was done in the dark will always come to the light. And yeah. All right, so we about to get up out of here, man. And again, come back next week. We're gonna be still working on the show, doing bigger and better things, you know, and bringing more hidden information to you. So this is the Hidden Balance Show. I'm gonna see y'all later on. And yeah, you got any information, just hit us up, man. hiddenvalor@gmail, the Hidden Balance Show @gmail.com. If you want to send me kind of any information that you would like me to cover on the show, read out, or, you know, give out to the world, any information, you know what I'm saying? So that's Hidden Valor Show, Hidden Valor Show, all one word, Hidden Valor Show @gmail.com. If you want to send us any kind of information to relate out to fellow vets to help them out and get them on the right path. Yeah. Again, looking at Tai Chi, yoga, all of those movement, mind, body movement. That's what they call them, mind, body movement programs. So it's Tai Chi, it's yoga, Qigong. Most of these right now, just because of the advent of COVID that came through with that shenanigan, a lot of things are virtual now. So if you're a hands-on type person, you might have to find a gym or something to go to. But other than that, a lot of the stuff that I'm doing is virtual, or they give you the app like the Mind Bridge Go app, the mindfulness app. All of those apps are apps that, you know what I'm saying, you can physically interact with the virtual instructor and stuff like that, and achieve, you know, a better you. I could say that. I would say that you can achieve a better you, because from where I was prior to the peak program and to where I'm at now, just, I mean, physically, emotionally, it wasn't spiritually, but physically and emotionally, I'm way better than where I was. I was in a lot of dark spaces, you know, and I was entertaining some silly things, and it took the peak program, in all honesty, like Judge Dredd said, that the VA saved his life. The VA is a great tool for veterans. It absolutely is. It has its situation, it has its own issues, but that's like any and everything in life. Nothing is perfect. But it does need a lot of the work, you know, providing information and resources to veterans that visit its walls each and every day. So with that being said, man, We out. See y'all next Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you know any vets that are interested in this type of programming or would like to collab on this type of programming, please hit me up, hiddenvalorshow@gmail.com, or just come right onto the show, 10 a.m. I'll bring you right up into the box and give you the floor. And I will ask my own individual questions, you know what I'm saying, for clarity, but you got the floor, and that's how we roll. So peace out, all my veterans out there. Thank you for your service.